Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh my God! KO in midair!
Hey, what's up everyone, and we're back with a game in the Tier 8 Swedish medium. The Primo Victoria. Got it probably a couple months ago out of a war chest. I've actually been enjoying it, which is kind of weird because I didn't quite really like the Tier 8 Centurion 1, but that was a very long time ago that I played that. So it's been a while, but I've been playing this a little bit recently because I've been grinding the Swedish TDs just because I'm bored out of my mind with tank lines to grind, as I've said before. So, trying to get those crews trained up a little bit. And again, you can see we're between with Swindle and we're on Lakeville. And he's going to do the spotting thing. And you may notice the matchmaking is garbage. We're that wonderful +2 matchmaking that I just so dearly enjoy. But we're going to go try to support him. Apparently the Vanguard's tracks are made out of titanium. And we're just going to try to support as best we can with our little Pew Pew 240 Alpha gun against Tier 10 heavy tanks. So we'll see how that goes. We're able to actually connect a shot on the Batchat 12T and track him, so we get a little bit of assisted there. Don't know who shot him, maybe it was Swindle, but as you see, we've spotted the 60 TP and a few other their heavies going to the town. Well, I should say Swindle has. And right now we're just kind of playing very passively because again, we're in a squishy Tier 8 against Tier 10s, which is just my favorite. And this is not a heavy tank, and I'm not going into the city with this thing, especially in this matchmaking. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Maybe if we were top tier, I would. But I'm not going in. No, it's just no. It's a bad decision all around to do that. Especially when you're trying to just platoon with a light tank, somebody who's in a light tank. And hopefully we can support them. And the plan was to get more shots at this point, but really the start of this game is kind of slow. It's because we weren't able to get here quick enough, really. So, got one shot of damage, some assisted, and that's really it. So right now we're just kind of playing the waiting game, so just kind of exercising some patience. We really can't be too aggressive because again, +2. So the start of this game is slow at the meantime, but we can try to get a good shot off into the Batchat, but yeah, not gonna happen there. Trying to see if the Chisel will poke, and we do get a shot into him for a whopping 194 damage. He's gonna feel that one in the morning. Oof. And just trying to peck off some easy shots at the time. Again, we're not not really in the best tank for any of this. It's a really nice shot into the Panzer wagon. That's really that was beautiful. But yeah, now we see the Batchat is burning, and we do actually have a little shot right here through the buildings. That one somehow goes thin. I don't know. I guess I curved the bullet there, I guess. But yeah, and we're gonna lose it down here. There's nothing we can do about that, but we're going to take out one of their Tier 10s with the Batchat. One of the few that we can pen fairly easily, even with our standard rounds, because again, really fun. But we're going to end up losing that, and at this point, rather than getting spotted and demolished right there, I'm going to fall back to the base and see if we can't somehow pull this one out of the bag. Swindle's kind of stuck by that rock. It tends to happen occasionally. We're able to actually pen the 60 TP without APCR or a premium APCR, which is nice. And really, we're just trying to get further back and kind of relocate. That's a really nice shot by our E4, somehow hitting the Vanguard. Yeah, sure. But that's not a game changer, but it helps. It's just controlling vision over here, rather than having them sit back and snipe us by the Vanguard spots. Right now we're trying to poke shots into the Conqueror's lower plate, which at this range is pretty hard to do. Even with the gun on this, I don't remember the exact soft stats on this. I didn't look it up for the video, so it's kind of my bad. But it's pretty good, especially you'll see at the end of the video, at least from my experience playing it in this game. Again, I haven't played too many games in it, but I've had a couple good ones. And I've been semi-enjoying this thing. I don't play it too much, but again, tier 8 mediums are kind of weak. At least in my eyes, they could use some buffs. I'm never like, oh no, it's a tier 8. Like, it's not really any tanks I'm too scared of at the tier 8 medium kind of level. But Swindle unfortunately gets taken out there by the chisel again. Just he was kind of stuck there in that position by the rock, and unfortunately he's taken out. For right now, we're just trying to support this E4. I think we also have the UDES behind us. Could be wrong on that, but again, we're just trying to get as much supporting fire, trying to track this Conqueror, honestly. Trying to go for that front drive wheel, and we're able to actually get the tracking shot here, but it's too late and he's behind the house, but we are able to make him burn his repair kit. And now we have the Panzerwagen, who we try to aim for actually, but then we accidentally take out the 57 Heavy, so yeah, no, that's a good result. This thing actually has I don't want to say really good, pretty good turret armor. I think it's actually better than the Tech Tree variant and some of the other premium Centurions. I think that's the specialty of it to an extent. It's a little slower than them, from what I understand, but it does make up for that little bit of extra turret armor. Not saying I really want to test it against tier 10s too much, as you put a shot into the Panzerwagen who thinks he's in like a all-down medium. And then right now we're just trying to keep the chisel spotted, keep them lit up, and keep them pushed back. And then in a second, our Artie, yeah, he's going to outplay, click on their Panzerwagen and take him out for 1100 damage, which is really nice. We see that their 3 TDs are back over by their base at this point, and the chisel is on 500 health, and our E4 is pretty much full health at this point. So I'm gonna go actually try to help these guys, or help this guy out. Maybe could have done this a little earlier, but I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. Again, haul down and like gun depression. I think I can make this side work. Our AT-15 is going down swinging. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to get there in time to save him, but he is going to be able to put the AT-15 on their team down to a one-shot as well. And now all 3 of these tanks are one-shots for us. He's actually able to kill the other AT-15, which is nice. I was actually coming over here to just kill all 3 of these TDs. But then, unfortunately for us, as you just see in front of us, yeah, the 60 TP went all the way back to their base. Luckily, he didn't high roll and kill us. But his relay is long enough, and apparently the UDES doesn't really realize that. Yeah, I don't know. And we're able to pull it back just in time. As you see, the chisel has gone back to their base as well, and now it's time for me to fall back. I don't stand a chance against any of those tanks frontally, so I'm just gonna again fall back in that supporting role that I'm forced to take in this kind of matchmaking. Again, I will thoroughly say this: I am not a fan of +2 at all. I would love for the changes to come permanently, but I'm not holding my breath. But yeah, so we're forced to play the very patient and conservative role here in the tier 8 medium, as our Artie hits the corpse of the IS-3, who probably saves the chisel there from death. Now our E4 is firing HE, which most of the time would be probably not the best idea, but right now, hey, he's doing damage, so that's whatever. I mean, yeah. I'm just trying not to die, because then I'm pretty much am positive we will lose this game if I die. Just because they will rush the lone E4. At least that's my guess. But I'm just trying to take advantage of their distraction. They take out our Artie, which is unfortunate. I don't know why he was able to get spotted wherever he was. Doesn't really make sense, but we're able to put a shot into the lower plate at the 60 DP and keep him honest a little bit, hopefully. And at this point in the engagement, the E4 is attracting most of their attention, and I'm actually using the camera angles to try to get an idea of where the enemy team's barrels are pointed, as our E4 is able to take out the chisel. As we kind of distracted him, the chisel kind of looked the other way and lost his attention on the E4 and paid for it. And again, we see the 60P's attention is again on our E4, so we're able to put another little 240 alpha shot into him. And again, this point in the engagement is just honestly, just using third person and looking over the rock. It's kind of a little detail, but I'm just trying to look at where the 62P is looking at with his barrel. It's a small little thing. It's not something I don't think I've ever touched on, but it's something you can definitely utilize a lot, especially with working engagements like this. Trying to take shot for shot, and again, you see the 60DP is not looking at me, fires, and we're going to poke out and put a shot into his lower plate again. So again, this is working out pretty well for us, working that engagement like this. We're up to 3,100 damage, but we have one blind shot, I believe, so probably around 3,400 at this point, with 4 kills, and a couple of kills in their tier 10s. So at this point, he's basically, he is a one-shot. So again, we're just being really careful. I don't want to get killed at this point in the game. We've survived this long in a bottom tier tank. And again, his attention is kind of distracted by the E4, which it should be to an extent, but the E4 actually hasn't done any damage to him. But the E4 is the top tier tank. However, I've been the one taking his health off, and again, he looks at the E4, fires, and we're going to line it up. Oof. Beautiful shot into the lower plate to finish the game off and take out another tier 10 for our 5th kill as a bottom tier medium tank. Yeah, so just a pretty good end game right there. Let's see how we did in the post game results. Yeah, 3,600, almost 3,700 damage, 2,000 base XP, 5 kills, and I believe that is the Allskins medal, which is killing 3 tier 10s that are 2 tiers above you, or not tier 10s, but yeah, there we go. Destroys 3 enemy tanks or tank destroyers that are 2 tiers above you in a medium tank. Been a while since I got one of those, so it's always nice to get a medal like that. And as you see, we're just looking through the post game stats, and overall, pretty good game. Little slow start, but a fun ending, and always nice to carry those type of games. So, hope you enjoyed. See you next time, and peace out.